Welcome back, guys, to another video, and this is going to be kind of a follow-up when I was talking about my Sega Genesis memories. I'm going to be talking about some games that I really enjoy on this system that I don't hear enough people talk about, that I definitely think you guys should check out. This is going to be Genesis recommendations, so let's go. Mystic Defender was an early release for the Sega Genesis, and it's a very unique side-scrolling action game. I really don't hear a whole lot of people talk about it, but one thing I really liked about this game is it was very different. In your defense, you weren't using a sword or ninja stars or anything like that, but you're using single balls of energy, and sometimes you can charge it up to make an even more powerful blast. You also got other sort of mystical weapons as well, like a flame that would shoot in different directions. You also even had a three-headed dragon that would just destroy all the enemies on the screen. It was a very challenging game, and it was oddly very addicting, and it had such a unique style. I highly recommend you guys try this game out. TMNT 4 Turtles in Time is one of the best beat-em-up games of all time. But what happens if you didn't have a Super Nintendo? Well, Konami had you covered with TMNT Hyperstone Heist. This isn't just a port, but a whole new game within itself, and sadly, it's behind the shadow of its popular SNES cousin. This game has all the bells and whistles we've come to love from the Heroes in the Half Shell, and it's a must-play for any Turtle fan. Next up is Atomic Robo Kid. Sega has a great selection of shooters, and sadly, some of them are overlooked. Atomic Robo Kid may not have the flash of Truxton or the popularity of Musha, but this little guy can compete with the big boys. With this awesome soundtrack and rewarding difficulty, this game is full of giant boss battles, and many levels can branch into others, giving the player the choice of which zone they want to enter next. This totally increases the replay value. Dynamite Duke. Released in 1989, this arcade port is awesome. Not many people talk about this game, and you control Dynamite Duke in a on-rails 2D shooter. This game does a great job giving you plenty to destroy without getting ahead of itself with lag. The game is pretty short, having only 6 stages instead of 9 like its arcade big brother. But if you're looking to pass some time and leave some carnage behind, play this game. It's dynamite. Sorry, that was a really bad pun. Next up is Dragon's Revenge. Now I love some pinball, and I hold as many memories tilting a table as I do playing Street Fighter. It's a no-brainer. I love pinball video games, and this is actually a sequel to a game called Dragon's Fury, and this is probably the fastest pinball game on the Genesis. More than just an old school pinball game where the object is to rack up as many points as possible, your goal in Dragon's Revenge is to free a number of heroes held captive by an evil sorceress. There are various stages and bonus rounds and boss battles in this game. Tengen knew that this was a video game first and a pinball game second, and it really shines. Guys, that's just some of the games on the Sega Genesis I really enjoy playing that I don't hear enough people talk about. But here's where I want you guys to come in. Leave me a comment below about some underrated video games that came out for the Sega Genesis that you really enjoyed. Who knows, it might come out for our next review on a future video. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and thank you for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.